Hey, everybody. I hope you guys have had a safe and sound last week and a half here in Los Angeles. It has been a little scary for some of us, but thank God we are, as far as the catch up is concerned, we're all okay. Our city is obviously going through something very, very difficult. I really want to, first of all, give a shout out to God and also to our firemen and our firefighters and our first responders who I have seen firsthand do amazing, 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 amazing work. We started last Tuesday dropping my kids off, happy to get them dropped off back to school. And by the end of that night, they had friends that had already lost their home. Throughout that week, we were solely focused on our kids' families in our community, in our kids' schools community. We were, just making sure folks had what they needed, trying to get some folks placed, just doing whatever we could to be of help, of service, because really that's just felt like all we could do. And all week long, we kind of helped folks get past the boogeyman. And then on last Friday, the boogeyman, the fire itself, showed up pretty clearly in the back of our backyard. We live in Encino, and it just got pretty close. We also got evacuated. And so last Friday we evacuated. And I would just like to report we are safe and sound. We are back in our home. And but my kids' school was in danger for a long, long time. I saw firsthand our first responders just throughout that whole week, a lot of this week, just handling things in an unimaginable way. And I know people have lost a lot, but this thing could still be burning out of control. And so I just want to say thank you. I want to send lots of love, encouragement, and light to those that are going through loss, going through grief, going through sorrow, going through guilt. Unfortunately, in 2008, I myself had a house fire here in Los Angeles. My apartment caught on fire, and I lost everything. I went to go teach a theater class, and I came back, and everything was gone. And so I kind of know firsthand what that is like, not only to lose, but to stand and in disbelief, in fear, and in a fog, and just kind of look at soot and wetness and ash and nothing salvageable, and be able to look at it and feel horrible about it, and also to be able to look at it and be grateful that you're not in it, but that you have the grace of being able to look at it. And so I send lots of love. I thank you, everybody, for supporting. We took last week off, but the city is going to rebuild, but it is going to take time. And we'd like a lot of your positive energy, and we'd like a lot of your action. And we always love prayers, and we'd also love your actions. So please help where you can. Help those families in need. Help those with the Red Cross. For me, the Red Cross was like a lifesaver. I waited for my little Red Cross card. It was $250, and I'll never forget. In those first 48 hours, all you're thinking is, I don't have any drawers. I don't have any underwear. And I wasn't even with children at that time. So I can only imagine that Red Cross is that card is invaluable. I'm sure it's much more today. But do what you can. Support local organizations. Support national organizations. They really do work. They really, really, really do work. I am a product of it, and I was blessed enough to come out on the other end. And I believe my fellow Angelinos will too. Hey, welcome to the Catch Up, a very, very special episode of the Catch Up. And guess who's back? Guess who's back? Oh, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Oh, what's up? Back in the building. The original Catch Up partner, Cuz is in the house. What's up, C-Nell?
What's happening, man? What's going on? How you living?
How you doing? I missed you. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, we got to catch up, right?
Well, here's the thing. You weren't here during the final funeral, but, you know, our boys finally have been laid to rest for the season. They got to pay everybody. I already talked about it. But what you and I can do is talk a little bit about this playoff picture coming up this weekend. We obviously took a break last week for the Fires. But we could talk a little bit about this playoff picture. And, you know, I think you got some information on the Bengals coaching carousel, not for head coach, but for our defensive coordinator.
New DC. Yeah, as far as a DC defensive coordinator, they're looking at two guys. So they got Al Golden from Notre Dame. And then they got he's a defensive coordinator for Notre Dame. And they got this other guy, Patrick Graham from the Oakland Raiders. He's a DC as well.
Okay.
Moved around the league a little bit. Nothing about these guys really saying nothing to me. These dudes, I mean, I don't know. The Bengals, they definitely on they bargain bin shopping right now, but, you know, it's the Bengals, man. Mike Brown and them, they ain't spending no money like that. So these are the guys they're looking at. The Notre Dame coach is actually they played Ohio State in the championship, right?
It's coming up. It's coming up this week. It's coming up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's coming up this week. Yeah, that's who they playing. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but
we're not getting Marcus Freeman.
Nah.
What is that? You think we're gonna get Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame?
No, I'm talking about the DC Al Golden.
Oh,
that's who they're looking at. They're not looking at Marcus Freeman. They're looking at that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right,
well. So you know it's a little rough, man. But
when you are looking at a college DC, get out of here. That means you ain't trying to pay nothing.
That's what I'm saying, man. They went to the bargain bin on this one.
You just trying to get somebody who happy to just come to the league, happy with the step up.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? It's like you went past all the designer clothes and went back to that back rack. You know what I'm saying? Where they got all them discounted price. That's where you was at. That's where they at with.
This is not even a Target shopping spree. This is.
This Ross.
Y'all at the 99-cent store. Stop. It's Ross.
We at Ross.
99-cent
we
store.
at Ross today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find something nice. It might last a year, but we good.
That one time, you're going to wear it that one season, that one time.
Yeah, it's going to last 1 year.
That nobody notices.
Right. Facts. So, yeah. No, that's what's happening with the coaching situation.
All right, so
but
basically what you're telling me is I don't have anything to look forward to in the offseason. Okay, great.
Well, no, not going to say that because the draft might be pretty good. We never know. We'll see. Hopefully they could draft well.
Okay, so. We'll see. Let's talk about the playoff picture. Look at these matchups.
Hey, okay. Let's go.
I am excited about the Philly Rams game.
That's an interesting matchup, but to be honest with you, man, Philly trenches are nasty. I don't know what you're gonna do about that because the Rams can score.
I mean, I hope they destroy the Rams. I'm just scared they may not. But I hope they do.
I don't.
I
Yeah, I don't
am.
see the
Go
Rams
ahead.
winning that. No, I was gonna say like I don't see the Rams winning that game. Like yeah, they got some firepower. You know, you got Stafford, you got Cooper Cup,
Yep.
but
Yep.
those trenches, the Phillies trenches, they not having that. Look at what Philly did to the Bengals and Baltimore. Both high-powered offenses smashed both teams. Wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the Rams in this one. I'm taking Philly.
Also, there's this guy named Saquon Barkley who is
Yeah,
dominating the run
Saquon.
game. Dominating the
Yeah,
run game,
Saquon
and
nasty.
Philly's got him. So,
Yeah.
speaking of Baltimore, you got a matchup ahead. How do you feel about the Baltimore Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Buffalo Bills
Buffalo
matchup?
Buffalo Bills. Okay. All right, man. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything in me wants the Bills to win this because I don't care about the Ravens. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Everything in me
yeah.
wants the Bills to win this, but everything also is telling me that I don't know if the Bills are tough enough to deal with the Ravens. They've just never been like a tough team like that, and I don't know if they can handle that firepower. Because interestingly enough, if you look at the Ravens, they score a lot of points, similar to what the Bengals do now. You know what I'm saying? So their offense is high powered, but hey, man, I don't know if the Bills can hang with that, man. Josh Allen be doing too much running out there. Hey, they gonna cream that dude, man. They waiting for him to step out that pocket, man.
I know there are divisional rivals. I know I'm supposed to feel some kind of way about them. Again, I really don't. I didn't grow up hating the Ravens, particularly. They didn't exist in my division. So,
Right.
but I do kind of want Lamar to go ahead and get this because I just feel like this third run at MVP, to me, it is a little tiresome. And I think they want him to win so bad. Like they want Josh. I mean, nobody. I mean, there is nobody the league wants to win more than Josh Allen. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, my goodness.
Right.
It's like Ben Roethlisberger all over again. It's just like how the league just wanted Ben so bad to be the face and be the face of the league and win, even when they cheat, whatever, it doesn't matter. They want that for
Until
Josh, and
Tom
that's
Brady
great.
showed up.
Correct. And I ain't got a
Until
problem
Brady
with.
showed
I
up.
don't have a problem with Josh Allen. I think he's cool. I think he's dope. But Lamar Jackson has been an MVP front runner for like 3 years. I want the monkey off my back. I ain't even playing. Like I just want him to get it. And
So he's the clear candidate. He's going to win the MVP again. Is this,
they're either
or are
one
they
and
gonna give
two,
it to
or
Josh?
he's either. I think they're going to give it to Josh, but they're 1 and 2, and depending
Oh,
on who you talk to, Lamar's 1 or Josh is 1, but they're 1 and 2. They're neck
I
and neck.
think Lamar
Now
is definitely the front runner.
Lamar's numbers
Way better.
again are like it's not even like if you're just going on the
Not even
numbers,
close.
Lamar
Not
wins
even
again.
close. Yeah.
But obviously, like I said, the league want what they want. The public, the fans want what they want, and they're rooting for Josh. He just got engaged.
Just imagine if he beats Baltimore. He's winning that MVP.
Yes, even though it is a regular season award, yes, he's going to win MVP.
Yeah. Okay.
I dare we talk about these other two matchups in the NFC. We have the Washington Commanders taking on the number 1 seeded NFC leaders, the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'm just going to watch this game like a pure fan and just be super excited. Love Jaden Daniels and what they're doing in DC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to college in DC. I have
Right.
been to really, really bad, when they were called the other name, games.
Oh wow, yeah,
Some of my
for
best
sure.
friends are there. I'm really excited for this
Right.
year and the year they've had, and the fact that they have Jaden Daniels. I am also not necessarily a Lions fan, but my daddy is. My daddy's from Detroit, and I just
Right,
think that's a
right.
cool NFC matchup. I'm excited. I'm just gonna watch like a real fan, and may the best man win. What about you?
Yeah, man. This is probably gonna be a fun game to watch. I could see a lot of back and forth with this game. I think it's the Detroit win all day. You know what I'm saying? This is one I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like they just loaded, man. They loaded and they're well coached. The only issue I see is Jared Goff, honestly. Like that dude, and even
yeah,
that still, they overcome his mistakes. I've never seen a guy throw 5 interceptions in a game and that team still win. I've never seen that. So,
yeah.
hey, I'm going with Detroit on this one, man.
Well,
D-Town,
it's kind of
baby.
like Joe Burrow
Lions.
throwing 5 touchdowns and that team still lose. But anyway, I digress. Um,
Yeah,
I will say this:
yeah.
the Lions better be up by 2 possessions with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean it
They
might be
better be
close.
up
It
by
might be
two
close
possessions
because the
because just
Commanders are
like you worried
nice.
about, well, just like you worried about Jared Goff, I ain't worried about Jaden Daniels.
Nah,
And
we
that
know what
dude,
Jaden Daniels gonna do. Yeah.
he lives for the comeback, and I think he
Yeah.
wants to prove it on a big stage.
Hmm.
I just think
It's gonna be a fun
that's gonna be
game.
fun
It's
fun
gonna be a
football.
fun. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
that's gonna be
fun
fun
game.
football. Last but not least, you got Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud, who I am
Hmm.
like slightly obsessed with. I love his story. I've talked about it before. I've seen his profile story a few times. His dad is in jail, and I just the way this guy handles and carries himself, I am so for CJ Stroud. I think they
Right.
got an impossible road ahead of them, but not, I mean, anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Anything can happen on any given Sunday. Only
Mm-hmm.
problem is, man, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Tell you what, we call them the Kansas City refs. Almost every game has been won by like a call at the end of the game. Like it's crazy. It's like they're not even outright beating teams. They're just winning by a penalty or a fluke at the end of the game. So as much as
Yeah.
I would love to see an upset, as much as I would love to see an upset, it's the Kansas City refs. They're gonna win it.
Um, I love that we have been doing this since the beginning of the season
Hmm.
because I can clearly remember you saying in the beginning of the season they can be defeated. They're not going to three-peat. There's nothing
Hmm.
about them that's impressing you about getting
At
the
all.
three-peat.
At
I,
all.
on the other
At all.
hand, said I watched quite a bit of preseason, which I rarely do.
Hmm.
I watched quite a bit of preseason this season, and I was like, yo,
Right.
ain't nobody, ain't nobody gonna get them. Ain't nobody.
Man,
Anyway, I'm just saying,
listen.
I just don't think anybody's gonna stand in the way of that three-peat. And if somebody is gonna stay in the way of that three-peat, it's on the other side of
I was
the
just about to
Baltimore
say. I was just
Bills
about to
game, the
say.
Baltimore Ravens or the Buffalo Bills game.
If Philly gets in there,
No,
it's that might be the one team that can like get them. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of teams that can get them, but Philly, if they get in
Philly
there, why
just
couldn't
lost to
they?
them. They just lost to them in the Super Bowl.
Man, listen. The Kansas City Chiefs are not playing great football. Let's be real. Nothing statistically looks good on anybody in that locker room chart. Now, you do have some hard runners with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Those guys run hard. I give you that. Chris Jones was Chris Jones. I give you that. But Pat ain't been playing like Pat. Travis Kelsey's numbers ain't been gaudy this year. Ain't nobody been balling like that.
I
It's
literally
always a
think they've been
penalty at the
dialing
end of the
it in.
game.
They've been dialing it in.
It's the penalties at the end of the game. That's how they're winning. The flags. They the Kansas City refs. The flags have been giving them dubs all year.
Yeah, but how have other teams allowed themselves to get in that situation? That's situational football. This is like it doesn't. You could say that for like 3 games, 4 games. You cannot say that for 15 games. They only lost 2 games this season, so 16 games. 16 games. And they ain't even, I agree with you. I don't even think they're playing their best. They haven't turned it on.
They're not.
I watched an interview with Andy. I know, but what I'm saying is, I think that's purposeful. I think they're like, we're not going to kill our bodies when this competition isn't even up to us. It's not even up to our standard. They're not going to kill themselves.
Nah. You don't go into the National Football League, into a game, and play pedestrian because you don't want to get hurt. Nah, you go out there and give it your all, man. Them dudes, they just win, man. They just get the win for whatever reason. There's no rhyme and reason for them to get the win, man. They just do. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they had some type of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they was playing with a Ouija board and somehow, I don't know, whatever. They just never lose. That's just it. There's no reason they should be winning like that.
It has a lot to do. I think it has a lot to do with smart coaching. I think it has a lot to do with the best quarterback in the league. I think it has a lot to do with really good receivers. And so,
yeah, but you got to execute. They ain't been executing. Pat ain't been playing like that.
They have. They won 16 games.
Pat ain't been playing like that, man. He ain't been. Look at his numbers.
Bro, I don't even want to sit up here and defend Kansas City.
Like that.
I don't even want to sit up here and defend Kansas City. They're gonna beat these other people. They're gonna beat Houston. You're gonna get your feelings hurt, and they're gonna win the Super Bowl again.
I don't care about Houston. I tell you what.
But
yeah,
you gonna get your feelings hurt when Kansas City win again.
That's cool. Long as it ain't the Ravens over us, so I'm good.
That being said, those are the picks. I got Philly with the Rams. I'm
going Philly too. Yep, Philly.
I'm taking Lions over DC, even though I wish DC the best. I can't call it between Baltimore and Buffalo. I can't call it.
I think Baltimore's going to win it, but I would prefer Buffalo, so I'll say that.
You prefer Buffalo? Okay.
I prefer Buffalo.
All right. I prefer Houston, but I believe Kansas City is going to come out the victor. All right, great. There we go.
I agree with that.
Anyway, how you feeling about the NBA lately? Haven't talked to you much.
Last time I looked, my Lakers wasn't doing too hot, so I kind of fell back a little bit.
I'm not liking what Thibodeau is doing, just overplaying our guys. He's trying to rotate a little bit more now, but
he's gonna kill them dudes.
We got a little bit of work. We be losing games we shouldn't, and then we're winning games. It's weird. But I do like what we're doing. We could be doing better. OKC to me is still like insane. They just beat Cleveland last night by like 40, something stupid.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, that's like,
yeah. SGA is out of this world.
That dude, man.
So is Ja. The league isn't.
I'm so glad to see that brother back, man. I'm so glad to see. Yeah, man. Ja, that was one of my favorite players, man. So I'm glad to see him back.
Yeah.
Balling like he balling, yoking on dudes. You know what I'm saying? He out there putting posters up on guys. Yo, I'm loving it. I love Ja, man. That's my guy right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Real quick before we roll out, a friend of the show, Mikey, his Sacramento Kings wrongly fired their last coach. However, shout out to the Kings who have run, I think, something like 4 to 5 in a row. They had a good game the other night, and that young squad looks like it has a future. So we'll keep our eye.
Yeah, they got
shout
a
out to
future.
Doug Christie, who obviously is connecting with those young players in a way that for whatever reason, Mike Brown lost the locker room. Still doesn't excuse the way they let him go. But yeah, we kind of wish them the best up there. Our friends in the capital of California. With that being said,
that's what's up.
And with that being said, thank you for coming and catching up, C-Nell. I hope to see you some more in the next few episodes. We will dive into NBA and stats and all that stuff a little bit more once we get through these NFL playoffs. And until then, everybody, please be safe. Take care of yourself, each other, love on each other, and we will see you soon on the catch up.
Hey, go make somebody smile tomorrow. Do that. There you go.